Previously on Eden.
Oh, there she is! Oh, she's so cute! Maid! Yes! Because we needed more! Like the way she can bounce between being utterly serious and just like a bubbly maid or whatever reminds me so much of Holo. What kind of bullcrap is this? I wanted to see party! I wanted to have that cake!
And our story continues.
Hey, everybody out there in YouTube land, Jake of the OneManBand is back again, playing some more Eden. And last time we left off, we were just put on the guard duty. So here we go. As easy as the work was, it was also tedious. Because we were just sitting there, standing there all day. It was freaking boring. As long as Sean stayed secluded in her room, there was no need for us to move around. Get some exercise. I'm getting antsy. Yes, I could. All I could do was bring a laptop and read the data on the building I had received yesterday. Yeah, sure, reading the data. If you replace reading with playing and data with video games, yes, that's what he's doing. You yawn. It's been a hard day. To make matters worse, my partner seemed quite sleepy and had shown up to her shift exhausted. What? Got a problem or something? You look tired. That's my problem. Belligerent to boot. Not really. There's just nothing to do and I'm so bored. How long do I have to do this job for? 7 years or something? Are you done reading the data already? This place is pretty big. You probably can't get a good grasp on the layout just through those rough maps. Yeah, well, it's not like I can go exploring or anything, because I'm here, stuck here, watching somebody I can't even see. No, I have a general idea. You sure? She stared at me blankly. I've had to storm so many buildings in training and combat that it's sickening. I know what buildings look like, girl. I know what they look like, before and after I blow them up. All that was left was to physically walk around and find any blind spots in security and confirm the escape routes. It must be best to obtain as much information as possible. Come to think of it, you used to be in the Special Forces, right? This is correct? Forgetful people don't get promoted. Oh snap! That was an insult. I don't have any particular desire to work my way up the ladder, so I don't care. That isn't very, persuasive coming from someone who is a warrant officer at your age. Well, she got to warrant officer and then she decided, no, I'm good here. I'm good here. It wasn't like I planned to get promoted. I just became a warrant officer before I knew it. Yeah, I was just walking around doing my job and then all of a sudden, boom, bam, you're promoted. I'll pretend I didn't notice the sarcasm. Aren't you the same age and rank as me? Oh, you're bringing that in. And you're doing the little kitty face thing, too. The little kitty face smile. That's what I call it. Yes, Lavi wore an antagonistic smile. Come to think of it, that was... what was this woman's backstory? Great, now we gotta learn about her. She probably didn't go to a military academy. Did she work her way from private like I did? Alternatively, she might have pursued a specialization in a technical school. At any rate, if she made it all the way to warrant officer, she must have at least something going for her. Or maybe she just slept with all the right people, I don't really know. What are you brooding over? Everything. It's boring. There's nothing else to do but think. And that's all I ever do, is just stand here and think. That's what I was doing last week. That's what I was doing 5 minutes ago. So when you ask me 5 minutes from now, what are you brooding over? My answer's gonna be, we're still just sitting here and I'm still just thinking. Because that's the only thing that we ever get to do. And if you guys don't get that reference, then put it down in the comments that you don't get the reference. There's no point in thinking too much about her personal history, was there? Well, if we're gonna be working together, I mean, it would be rude to divulge into a coworker's past for no reason. At the very least, she had to be competent enough to be assigned as Xion's guard. Well, I mean, you could ask, you know, just out of general curiosity. Are you really that bored? You're not? Just sitting around in a place like this? You have a Game Boy, don't you? Playing a little DS action? Playing your Pokemons? Not at all. Why? We're just sitting here! Because it's Xion. Okay, it all makes sense now. It's because it's Xion that she's not, you know, bored. What? It doesn't make any sense. I could hear the enthusiasm in her voice. A tinge of red was visibly in her cheeks, and her eyes glinted like those of a daydreaming little girl. That door is the only thing separating us from Xion. Isn't that kind of amazing? Not particularly, because it's still a door separating us, and I'd rather just, you know, be in there. That was gross. I apologize. It was gross. Well, it's certainly not ordinary. The name Xion was special to every human living in the era, not just Lavi. About 100 years ago, the exposition started. An unfamiliar red star appeared in the sky, and around the same time, a solitary scientist announced that this planet would be destroyed by a massive, unavoidable disaster in 100 years. So, wait, the disaster can happen any day now? Or what? The end of the world. At first, everyone scoffed and treated it like an unfounded delusion. But before long, scientists around the world verified it to be true. Well, how's your space program coming? The horrible news came at a time when international relationships were already tense from food and resource disputes. And added deception from a world-ending disaster was enough to trigger a world war. World War III, everybody! Hopefully... Oh, nobody knows who fired the first missile. I was just about to say, not fought with nuclear weapons, but apparently it was. The populace, thirsty for blood, had long since forgotten the details. Vengeance gave birth to more malice and kept the fires of the Bog War burning for a long, long time. So it was known as the Bog War. I wonder why. When mankind awoke from its collective insanity, half the global population was dead and burned. Or buried. Buried, burned, it's all kind of the same. But these people were buried. I'm surprised that they actually took the time to bury half of the world's population. That would be a lot of holes. Mankind had almost annihilated itself ahead of schedule. If we can't destroy us, nothing can! You think you can destroy us, Red Sun? No, we're gonna kill ourselves first, because we're humanity and we're stubborn like that! At the end of the Great War, all of the countries in the world merged to the unified government, and one magnificent endeavor was launched! To go to space! The Space Evacuation Project. And the one who was created to be the guide to this plan was Xion? The Super Felix Xion! Wah! The Supreme Felix! She's a genius among geniuses. Well, how high is her IQ? I can't imagine actually being in a position where I have the opportunity to see her with my own eyes. You're quite a dreamer when something's on your mind, aren't you? Well, even I was a little girl at some point, and I still had that kitty face. You two seem like you're having a lot of fun. Not really. We're still just sitting here, and it's boring. We look up at the same time. Elisa is standing there holding a silver tray. There better be drinks on it! Would you like to take a short break and have some tea? Yes, I would love that. I enjoy tea. I felt like we had been taking a break the whole time. And talking, we were talking. But I kept it to myself, and we decided to take her up on her offer. She's sitting here, sipping on tea. Boop, boop. This music sounds like it's from Kadowa Shoujo. It does. I was sadly ignorant and could not discern the blend of tea, but with a single sip I could tell that her black tea was delicious. Well, you just said you couldn't discern it. Now you know it's black tea? How come our face is hidden? Our face is hidden, and it's like I can take away the text, but then I can't read it. How come my face is hidden? How come we gotta look at the girls' faces? Because the girls' faces are more prettier than ours. That's why. Hey, I'm not complaining. Girls are quite nice. Oh, the tea you make is as wonderful as always. It always melts straight to your core. That sounds kind of weird. How kind of you. I silently sip my tea as I listen to the conversation between the two girls. Now, we see, right here, we see two female humans interacting in the wild in their natural habitat, inside drinking tea. We should better just sit back and see what goes on. Surprisingly enough, it appeared Alyssa was quite capable as a maid, not just in form, but in function as well. Well, that's good, because heaven knows we wouldn't want a girl just walking around in the maid outfit not doing anything. If you are pleased with the tea, I can make it for you anytime. Consider it an on-the-job service call. Okay, it must be the fault of my unrefined military upbringing, but hearing the words on-the-job service call from a maid's mouth felt obscene. And now that I think of it, it can be taken that way if you wanted to, and if you had a dirty mind. Me? I didn't take it that way until this was brought up. So thanks, game. Thanks for... I'm so glad I got assigned... I'm so glad I got assigned to this unit! You seem quite the... You seem kind of displeased from sitting there earlier, so how about now? The tea is delicious, but it doesn't distract from the boredom. I mean, I'm just kind of drinking while I'm bored now. Oh, did you join the military to starve off boredom? No, I joined the military to kill people. Something like that. And by the way, you two seem to be talking about Shion earlier. Oh yeah, it's only natural due to the fact that we're guarding her. Alyssa certainly did things her own way. Asking questions like that? Who wouldn't be curious about this situation? We're so close, it feels like she might be able to hear us. Maybe she can. Maybe that door isn't all that thick. Shion is currently working, so she would not be much... So she would not so much hear a gunshot right now. Her ability to concentrate is extraordinary. Oh, she wouldn't be able to hear a gunshot, huh? Maybe I should just take a shot. Maybe I should just shoot the wall or something, see if she reacts to it. That's dangerous. What she said startled me. Even if she had an impregnable guard and she still needed to be able to rely on herself, it would be problematic if her guards as well as if she were so unaware of the world around her. I mean, yeah, what if we both end up getting killed and she don't hear nothing? It is dangerous, but it is not a habit you can fix by saying something. She is completely reliant on all her guards, so she doesn't rely on herself at all. Jeez, what is with... It's because it's so early in the morning. Jeez. It's like the flow of river. It's gross. No. Understood. So you two know of her, right? Well, I'm pretty sure everybody knows about her if she's single-handedly saving the world. I mean, everybody knows about Superman and Batman. Batman's better. There is no way I couldn't, though it is not like I know the details. Same here. We know that she's a genius scientist, the developer of the colony ship, Humanity's Guide to the Stars, and she has higher approval rates than the current Diet Chairman. Diet Chairman? What? Everybody's going on a diet? Everybody lives on a diet in the future? I don't want to live in this future. Some sort of things. Oh, and also she's a Felix. Or a Felix. Yeah, that's right. Shion is the most excellent Felix. Or rather, she is the most intelligent being in the world. Now, I'm sure it'll explain it later in the story, but what I know from just reading up on this story before it came out, apparently, like, the Felix is like an artificially created human meant to be, like, better in every way, like smarter and all that kind of stuff. So, it'll probably explain it better. It's just, if you guys were curious, there you go. A Felix, huh? Felix. A new breed of human that, with high intelligence and a body of perpetual youth and longevity by way of genetic modifications. There you go. I just gave it to you, the simplified version. There's the actual version. So apparently she's super smart, lives a very long time, and has eternal youth. Whoop-de-freaking-do. Hooray! We were practically Neanderthals by comparison. It would be no exaggeration to say that this was that they were miraculous beings. You two know about Felixes, or Felixes. Is it Felix or Felix? Don't you? There's nobody that doesn't know about them. Double negative! I only know what was officially announced, though. Okay, Felix. It is Felix, like Dwarven Felix. Okay. By the way, the term Felix is coined by the sci-fi author Mr. Heinlein. It was taken from a character in a novel themed around genetic manipulation. Really? It was a sci-fi novel enthusiast that created Felixes. Wow, I didn't know that. It never occurred to me to look it up. Now, I wonder what book that is. If any of you guys know what book that is, or if it doesn't exist, put it down in the comments. I'd love to hear about that. It's because their uniqueness is more integrated than their origins. It was the Felixes who created the third generation of colony ships that took the Earth evacuation project into the evacuation phase. It seemed that these artificially created geniuses greatly accelerated scientific and technological development with their superior abilities. Now, what gets me is that these Felixes, they're like super smart, but normal humans had to make them. So, who's the true smart one? The person who creates the genius, or the genius himself or herself in this situation? I don't know, it's just something to think about. It's something that it's the way my brain works. And standing at the top of the Felixes was the one who led the evacuation project, Shion. She was a young woman, and appearance took beauty to an extreme. Her grace and elegance stood far above that of anyone else. Even among Felixes, her intellect stood out. She brought about so many of the innovations used in the development of the colony ships, and played a crucial role in the successful launch of the first of many vessels. The girl had become a living legend. Her name would be carved deep into the annals of history. Is she gonna get her own statue? Because I think that is like the highest thing you can get. You get a statue made of you. There are those who would call her a messiah, or even the goddess of salvation, who swooped down to this dying planet. And now, she is in the room, right next to us. It'd be like if I was standing in a room right next to Morgan Freeman. Or some other amazing person. I don't know. Who would I... Somebody who would be on this same level. Who would that be? Probably, I guess, Jesus. Like, I don't know. Jesus would probably be the only person who would be on this level, like, truly. But, I'm getting off topic. Shion was a being known by all humanity, while simultaneously a character with far too many mysteries about her. And she had never shown herself in public. There were people who doubted her very existence. Maybe she's an AI program. No, we've already seen her in the first part. I personally thought of Xion on the same level as a goddess or hero cut out from a fairy tale. The fact that I was living under the same roof as her, I couldn't believe it. But you see, with this face right here, you wouldn't think so, because I'm just so like, I don't care. There seem to be many who revere her as like a savior, but Alicia giggled. Why do you giggle? To me, she's just an ordinary girl, and a sleepyhead at that. Oh, really? Sleepyhead? You mean she sleeps? Oh my god! Lavi went stiff and her mouth agape in contrast to Alicia's unfettered, unfettered smile. Miss Alicia, you have an amazing way with words. What? What are you freaking out about? I know. I have known her since she was little. It's a privilege for someone who has been with her a long time. Well, if you've known her since she was little, one, how old is she? And two, how old are you? Cause you don't look that old. Maybe she's a Felix too. Since she was little. Xion, a Felix with perpetual youth and longevity. The girl I had seen numerous times in pictures was indeed quite young. However, she should still be many times older than me. Yes, since long ago. Or maybe she's a robot. After all, I'm a Felix as well. Yeah, there we go. So, instead of being a genius intellect, you're a maid. Okay, well, okay. She said it with a smile, as if it were nothing! Guys, we're sitting right next to a Felix. Fade what? Alrighty. I think right there is a good place to end this episode, guys. I think this is a good thing. Maybe ending every time we fade to white, or what have you. But be sure to like and favorite if you've enjoyed. Subscribe, of course. I'm enjoying this game because I can just be crazy with all my doings. And I can still play the game. I don't really have to concentrate on gameplay. I can just concentrate on the story and trying to be funny, but utterly failing. So, once again, like, favorite if you've enjoyed. Subscribe, of course. Put all comments down below. I love to read them. And I will see you guys next time. I'm out there in YouTube land. Be a good person. Tip your waitresses. Keep moving forward. As Jake the One Man Band, I strive to entertain you in more ways than one. I'll see you next time. Yeah.